Hello and welcome to today's episode. I have this problem because of my shelf. It's let me show you just. So that's my shelf, and as you can see, I had to take off that one shelf and put it lower because of my Cattleya purpurata. And I'm planning on having another one, the Omar shelf there, so I can put all my bigger Cattleyas there. And that's my bottom shelf. Well, poor things, they were moved from that one to that lower shelf because I didn't have room for them above, and I didn't want to move them anywhere else. The Dendrobium Phalaenopsis types, which you can see at least there, and then the other one is Latoria type. So that's really cold down there. It's like a few degrees colder. I could actually put my kit, which I use to measure temperature, and check how cool they are. Just a second. Yep, I'm back. Sorry about the break. So while I'm waiting it to actually lower down the temperature and all the other measurements, I have the humidity measurement there too and air pressure. So while it's adjusting the kit, I'm going to tell you more about what these are doing in my shelves. So these are all down there. So for example, this one, poor thing, it's really cool. So it's staying down there because I don't have place for it, and because there has been these thrips, so I don't want to move it to somewhere else. So now I'm waiting to actually get the Omar shelf for the next year, so I can have this little bit higher, so it's not getting that coolness which is there. So this poor thing is hanging in there, but as you can see, it's not. I cannot bend it anymore, so it's okay. The root which it has, it's not mushy, so it has the root in there. Just a second. Oh, I don't have that a thick layer of the moss here, so there is like this big bark at the bottom. So this root, which was the latest one, it's not mushy or anything. It's doing quite well. So now it's getting the hydration. It's just really cold, poor thing. Oh yeah, and it's trying to grow a new leaf. So this is the other one, which was when it didn't have enough moisture, and this is growing now. I don't know how tall it's going to be, but hopefully it's going to do well. But yeah, I'm sorry for it, but I cannot move it up above. I don't have room for it there. And this one seems to have liked that cooler temperature down there, so it has actually grown taller canes now. For example, this one, I'm not sure if it's despite of it or because of it, but it doesn't seem to bother to be down there. So this is the Dendrobium spectacular crossed with Macrophyllum. I bought it from Karke. I think it was 2019 spring. So it has been with me, yeah, almost 2 years now. Oh, yeah. And this is the newest growth, which is now growing. And this is the first part when I'm getting really like bigger growth from this one. It was really small seedling, and all those shrivels through the bulbs, which you see, those were the ones which it came with. And these newer ones, which are not that badly affected, they are with me. So that's liking it, and yeah. And then I have my other Latoria types. Poor things, getting cooler. So this was the ones which got the thrips really badly. They really liked it, these ones. Just hold a second, I'll take them off. So as you can see, the leaves are really looking horrible. But then again, it's now growing new pseudobulb there, and I cannot see any thrip damage there. Hopefully it's going to be okay. I'm hoping it's going to be able to actually grow, flower this year. It does have huge amount of nubbins, so you can actually, taking it again, hold on a sec, twist it, and there, can you see them? So there is one nubbin and there's the second nubbin. So there are those nubbins in these, and I'm just waiting for the temperature to actually rise at some point, or that I'm able to actually put them above the lower shelf, because that wasn't the idea, but I just had to put them somewhere. So because of the Cattleya. And so this is my sweet sugar, and it's quite airy mix, which I'm keeping it, and there is a lot of pumice there, and it's growing new roots. It killed all these roots from these two posts, and this was the newest one which is growing when I repotted it, so that's why it's so small. And this is the newest one which is growing, and I think the bulb is going to be this tall, because I can see there's the cut, which is like telling me that the bulb might be actually bigger than the other one, which is great. I'm hoping it to actually flower this summer. Hoping with everything that they would be flowered this summer. Hold on a sec, I'm going to check the meter, and I'm going to give you the next ones from that lower shelf. So here is the next wall of greenery. Sorry about that, I'm going to switch them bits further away so you can actually see something. But according to my measuring device, there is 19.58 Celsius, so it's not that bad, but it feels so cool, because above, I think like, if you go higher 20 centimeters, it's starting to get 24. So the floor level does feel a little bit chillier than the other one, so it's not that bad. But the good part is that part is getting 46% of humidity. So that's why it's good that I'm not moving them, because they are also getting the humidity, which is really important, especially with the Rhynchostylis. So it's just getting some sort of like winter now, and hopefully it's going to get warmer later during the summer. Okay, now you can see a little bit. So this is my No ID Oncidium. It's one of those, I think it was like some sort of like Baroque or something. And it was like Baroque, I think it was the name, the commercial name. So it grew all these 3 pseudobulbs with me. They are going to be quite tall. This one is not going to be that big, but these 2 seems to be quite okay size if you think about the biggest pseudobulbs it has, which are these 2. And then I had to cut the leaves quite a lot. As you can see, I've been cutting the leaves, and that's because I'm not sure if this is correct, but to me it looked like, as you can, oh yeah, these little like colors, like that's the oil, the pest control oil. So these started to getting these purple blotches, or some sort of like it was like you could burst it. And I think one time when I had with one of my Cattleyas, which was I think the the patient 0, which is the where the thrips started, it had also these like funny red blotches, and I connected them with the thrip larvae, which I saw next on the leaf, and that's why I've been like cutting off everything which looks like that, like there's like some sort of liquid inside of it, so it looks like it's got a little bit too much tinge on there, but it's like almost bursting out with some liquid. So I just cut off all these spots of the leaves and haven't seen thrips after that many. So maybe the control mechanism, it was systemic, so it's getting into the leaves and all. So I'm getting rid of them with these plants and of course cutting off the leaves. This is nothing scientific. I couldn't see any thrips coming out of those little bulging things. So if you see something like that, don't worry, it might not be. But I didn't want to take any risk because honestly, I can always grow new leaves. But it was just precaution. So just be aware of something like that might come to you, and you might see thrips. Just cut them off to be safe. But yeah, growing, enjoying its life, of course, because it's down there. And then we can move to my Dendrobium Phalaenopsis type, which is here. Yep, this thing. I'm waiting it to actually grow new growths at some point. This was the newest growth, but this had the thrip damage really badly. If you see yeah, it's like they have sucked out the juices from that leaf. So I'm waiting to see new growth on this in order to actually decide whether or not I have gotten rid of the thrips. Normally they go after the new growth, so if I don't see anything on the new growths, I'm suspecting that there isn't any. So for example, this one is growing really fine, and I cannot see any thrip damage there on the newest leaf. If you can see, as you can see, it's really shiny and doing quite well. And there is coming new growth there down, and this is the newest growth, just finished off. And yeah, so this is the Penang Little Maggie crossed with the Lasianthera. So haven't seen any pest markings on these new ones. So, and these were the worst ones to getting the thrips. So fingers crossed I've got them, and they are not coming back until the next winter. But yeah, so yeah, that was all from there. So let me get back to you next. I might say now thank you and goodbye if I don't find anything which I want to show you more. But yeah, have a nice day.